Karachi Community Center. GCC, oh yeah. GCC, Goan Community Center. Viva! GCC, GCC, Goan Karachi Community Center. Ajiu mozo santosta, polehun sogle kodin kushalpon. Canadian goinkarang tumka shebaski, GCC gurun dakoilen tumi baupon. President Selvin tuka kantaran vakanta, North American poilets pout aile godon. Zaito sacrifice tukuta cintina aple pon tuja vaurantlan dakoita goinkarpon. कोविडाच्या टायमार गोंयकाराचो जीव राखलो आनी दाखयलें तुमचें मनीसपण. GCC, GCC, Goan Community Center. GCC, GCC, गोंयकाराचें Community Center. GCC, oh yeah. GCC, Goan Community Center. Viva! GCC, GCC, Goan Karachi Community Center. Ityasin North American asokna, Ice Canadan poilen GCC zale. GCC godobak ekल्याच्या छातींना सगळ्यांनी तुम्ही GCC क योगदान केले. जायत्या गोंयकारांनी दीस रात काम करून आय सोबीत सुंदर GCC नेटोयले. सेल्विन कुलासो वालोर तुका आरचे पयलीं कोणेच करूंक ना तें तुवें करून दाखयले. तुझे कसल्या उल्या कॅनेडियन गोंयकार पावतलो तुज्या वावरार देवाचें बेसांव आसतलें. देवाचो आनी लोकांचो तुका सापोर्ट आसा तूं चिंता तें सदांच साकार जातलें. विवा! GCC, GCC, Goan Community Center. GCC, GCC, Goan Karachi Community Center. GCC, oh yeah. GCC, Goan Community Center. Viva! GCC, GCC, Goan Karachi Community Center.
All right, folks, welcome to the GOA Friends and Family Friday night. I hope everybody's keeping well and safe. Well, today we have some very special and talented individuals as part of the program for you. As always, the event has three segments. The first segment is Goencho Balcão, where we bring various topics to provide insights to the community and also spotlight some of our community contributors. The second segment, which is the segment most of you are looking forward to, is the social segment. And I would like to thank the line dancing group of Milton, Mississauga, Brampton, and Toronto for sponsoring the Silver Linings Band all the way from Goa. In addition, we also have a line dance lesson from them, which Steve Parado will be providing you the instructions. And the sponsorship from this line dancing group. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Silver Linings Band, and it is their way to contributing to this third segment, which is the GCC Fundraiser. Thanks to all our donors who have contributed to the fundraiser this far, and we have raised close to $320,000 so far, and thank you very much to those who have contributed, and to those who have not yet. Let's not disappoint this line dancing group that have contributed towards this event, and let's support their efforts to raise funds for the Goan Community Center towards the Goan Charitable Organization towards its various programs and charitable objectives. You can either send your check to the center or donate online at goatoronto.com. Well, I hope everybody's doing well and can hear me. If you can't, please let me know. I'm going to multitask here and get you to the Goencho Balcão. And today's segment on Goencho Balcão, we have a very interesting topic and a very interesting individual. And it's an interesting topic that is dear to all Goans, especially those who have a connection to the Goans known as Karachi Goans. Well, I personally had a connection as well, an uncle who lived in Karachi. Having said that, many of you as well have relatives who have, who either you have never met or, it's been years that you've last met them. But with today's internet connection and everybody can connect each other. So today's session is about a diaspora that has made significant contributions, not only in Karachi, but across the world. We have Menin Rodrigues, who is going to enlighten us on some of these achievements and the eminence of Goans of Karachi. Menin Rodrigues has spent most of his life in Karachi. He moved to Canada with his family in 2016. By profession, he is a marketing and communication professional, a researcher, and a writer. He has authored 4 books, including Footprints on the Sands of Time, 200 Years of Goans in Pakistan, and blogged over 450 articles, including History of Karachi Goans in Canada for the 150th anniversary. For the last 20 years, he has been achieving the history of the Catholic Church in Pakistan and has made significant contributions to the Archdiocese of Karachi and the Catholic Board of Education. So with no further delay, let's bring Menin online and let's discuss an interesting topic. Hey Menin, how are you doing?
Good. Selvan, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Goencho Balcão.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. All that you have done so far, it's incredible.
Hey, you know what? It's all of us. Journey together, as they say. Menin, before we actually get to the real topic of Karachi Goans or the eminence of Goans of Karachi, let's get a bit personal and talk about yourself. As immigrants, we all have a story, and some of them more unique than the other. And in your case, you arrived from Pakistan in 2016, which is really not too long ago. And if you deduct the past 2 years, thanks to the pandemic, makes it even shorter. What has your journey been like coming to Canada?
Well, to be very honest, haven't really seen much of it and experienced much of it as yet, because like you said, 5 years is a very little time. And I used to go back to Karachi very often. So out of the 5 years, just about maybe half the time I was here, and the other half I was in Karachi. So very little to really, share my experiences about. But yes, it's a beautiful country. There's no doubt about it.
And your acknowledgement that it's a beautiful country, I'm going to ask you, why Canada?
Well, where the wind blows.
It's a very cold wind, trust me.
Yeah.
All right, Menin, let's get to the essence of today's session. And as I mentioned earlier, Karachi Goans have achieved significantly a lot. And as in your book you state, it goes back 200 years. So if you can throw some light on the history of Goans in the early days as part of British India.
If I have to go very early, that's something which the book has sort of indicated and come to a conclusion, is if you go on just a handful, they came before the British.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So which is when Britain took over Karachi, that is somewhere around 1843, a handful of Goans were already over here. So it is more or less somewhere between 1830 and 1840, some of the adventurous Goans they reached the shores of a very deserted place. I mean, they came in sailboats. This area was all about fishermen. It was called Karachi. And that's where they sort of came first, where the population was just about 20,000 or maybe 30,000 at the most. Only fishermen and a few locals here and there. So when the British annexed the province of Sindh in 1839, I'm giving you a little background, a brief background, so that you can lead into what we're looking for. So when they annexed Sindh in 1839 and Karachi in 1843, like I said, Goans were already a handful, maybe about 4 or 5 or at the most 10. They were exploring the town for a livelihood. Around that time, the Protestant regiment and the Catholic regiments, they had both come with the British at that time. They built the Holy Trinity Cathedral, a very large cathedral, which is a Protestant cathedral, in 1844. And around the same time, 1845 and 48, the Catholic Fusiliers, who had come with the British forces, they built a very small church and called it St. Patrick's Church around that time. So it was the British who had built this church for the religious needs of the soldiers, the armed forces, also welcomed some of the locals who wanted to attend and listen to what kind of religious service was going on. This little church eventually today has become a play hall of the St. Joseph's Convent School. And in an adjoining area, the Irish, mostly from Ireland, they built a very large cathedral, which was eventually called St. Patrick's Cathedral, and that opened in 1878. So let us move on to this little period between 1848 and 1858, a decade. 1848 and 58. The Goans who were here already, they found small jobs here and there in the city because the British had begun to sort of develop the city of Karachi. It was a town. It was a very small town. So by 1958, that is the time when the first Goan commercial venture, it was called the Mesquita Bakery, which is still in operation with new owners, of course, after even 163 years. That opened in Karachi during that time. During this decade, there was a lot of missionary activity in the city, which means all the different orders that came, religious orders that came with the Catholics and the Protestants, they were building churches and schools, right? And that was for the faith formation and education. Selvin, if you can put that slide of the two schools.
Sure.
So, yeah. So considering, Karachi to be a future home, when the Jesuits built the St. Patrick's School, which is on the left-hand side, in 1861, and a year later, the St. Joseph's Convent School, in collaboration with the sisters from Belgium, Goans realized, in addition to finding economic sustenance in this town, they could also consider bringing their families from Goa. Now, this is 1860, 1865, around that time. That is essentially, Selvin, and those who are listening in, that essentially that is the time was when the first migration of Goans started coming into Karachi. All right? This period between 1875 and 1900, the turn of the century, that is the time when there was the first major movement of people from Goa. They were fairly well educated because by 1886, they got together like Goans always do, and they formed the Goa Portuguese Association. And by 1905, they had built a majestic clubhouse. Later on, Selvin, you can show them as well. And some of them ventured further into business opportunities. So much so that all of India's largest life assurance company, which was called the ILACO, Indian Life Assurance Company, was opened in 1896 by a group of enterprising Goans. That's 1896. That's a long time back. So you can see the interest and what the Goans had in this new place which they wanted to make home. So when did the bulk of Goan immigrants come, right? More or less, it was during this time or a little later. Many Goans with other working skills, such as cooks and butlers and carpenters and tailors and mechanics and ayahs, they arrived in Karachi and settled here with decent jobs.
And Menin, this is in the 1800s, or now we're in the 1900s?
This is just at the turn of the century.
Okay, the turn of century.
Yeah. All right. So missionary schooling was available for their children and a church for their religious needs. So the group who had come with different working skills, they also opened what was called, we all know as courts, right? And these courts, they welcomed many Goan bachelors who came on ships to Karachi in search of jobs.
Now, was that a concept taken from Bombay, or is it something?
Sure.
Because there's a similar concept in Bombay as well with Coods, right?
Yeah. So what had happened around that time was when Goans moved out from Goa to Mumbai and to Karachi, and then further on to Africa, they were looking for jobs, right? So what they did in Bombay is what they also did in Karachi, the Coods, right? So many of these tarbotis, as we call them, right? They either they brought their wives, they went back, got married, and brought them to Karachi, or some they found their future partners in Karachi and they got married. So the Goans who were coming in, they were happy because their children were getting educated, and they also, in the number that was increasing, they became the backbone of the untold story of Goans of Karachi. And it's very interesting. From this little group, many Karachi Goans went on to become very, very eminent people in the Indian subcontinent. Because remember, at that time, Karachi is also part of British India.
British India, okay.
Right? So, and the one of the first and the eminent sons of Karachi, who came from a very, very humble background, was India's first cardinal, Valerian Gracious. He was made the cardinal in 1953. So as time went by and Goans felt comfortable in the first half of the 20th century, the Goan spirit of faith, unity, and brotherhood was apparent. They brought with them Goa's vibrant colors and culture to a town that was receptive to people from all communities. Goans felt comfortable to make Karachi a thriving township at that time as the new home. So around this time, these first 25 years of the 20th century, more of the educated Goans arrived in Karachi to start a new life. And from that time, all the way to the partition years, 1947, they established themselves very eminently and as a trusted community, and were in the forefront of education, governance, judiciary, healthcare, sports, music, and culture, of course. So the real Goan influence in Karachi was during the almost 50 years between the turn of the century, 1900, up to partition 1947. Now, I've just listed a few, it's
Yeah.
just the tip of the iceberg, because there are so many who are listening in, and so many who know much more than I do, that the milestones of Karachi Goans is an incredible story. So I'm just going to read out about 10 or 12 of them, and you can make an assessment as to how important Karachi town was to Goans, and as a supply of highly educated, talented Goans to
Yeah.
look after all that was going on in British India at that time. All right? Let me begin. In 1918, a gentleman called Edward Raymond becomes the first Indian to be appointed on the bench of judicial commissioners, a Karachi boy. Around 1926, the Goans who had come, remember I had said at the end of the 19th century, around 1888, they had already set up the Goa Portuguese Association. So they were very enterprising. They always wanted to do something big and something new and something different.
And what was the objective of the Goa Portuguese Association?
Well, it was a Goan club, right?
Club.
Yeah, and because it was made up of Goans, mostly Portuguese speaking, so it was called Goa Portuguese right up to 1936, when it eventually became Karachi Goan Association.
Okay.
All right. So this group of people, because they were enterprising and they really wanted to do different, and at that time they were living in a portion of Karachi which was called the Gari Khata, or the camp area, right? Which was, according to history and records, was becoming congested. Congested means with about 100,000 or 200,000 people. So they decide to move out on the outskirts of the city to build a township of their own. And 5 or 6 of these families got together. They were led by a gentleman who was called Cincinnatus Fabian Diabro, an influential Goan at that time, because he was the assistant collector of Karachi customs. So he led the group, and they formed a township which was temporarily called Cincinnatus Town. At that time, the municipality also had a large number of Goans who were contributing a lot to the municipal needs of the city at that time. And in appreciation, the city council named almost a dozen roads around this township after Goan pioneers. Most of these roads are still known by the same name.
Interesting.
So now what happened in 1927? Because Goans were good in all spheres of life, hockey was in their blood. They played a lot of hockey, right? And St. Patrick's School was the base for Goans to sort of learn the tricks of trade, like they say. And that school produced some of the best hockey players of all India. Now, one of the slides will also show you who they were. But in 1927, around that time, 1925, 26, 27, 28, Karachi teams comprising mostly of Goan field hockey players, they were winning all India shields. Now that's a huge
Wow.
comment to make, because British India has been an Olympic champion all through the years. And from this lot, Selvan, there came the very first Goan to become an Olympian, a Karachi boy. His
Wow.
name was Peter Paul Fernandez, and he played for British India in the 1936 Berlin Olympics.
I'm sure all the Fernandezes watching now are going to claim to be relatives of him.
Now, another important thing in this list of 10 that I have, I mean, I don't know which one to put forward, but I want to put Anthony Stanislaus de Mello. Selvan, can you go to this slide? I've got a slide on Anthony Stanislaus de Mello. He's an incredible person. Now, next one, next. Yeah, this one. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, just have a look at the accomplishment of this Karachi boy and what he gave India. Anthony gave India the board of control for cricket in India. He gave Bombay the Brabant Stadium. He was the chairman of India's first, or rather Asia, the continent's first Asian Games in Delhi in 1951. He launched the Ranji Trophy.
Oh, wow.
He was the founder president of the Asian Cricket Conference, the president of the Table Tennis Federation of India, the organizer of the World Table Tennis Championship in Bombay, and the organizer of the India National Games in Bombay in 1950. Can you believe this man, born in Karachi, educated in St. Patrick's High School, went on to become one of the best known sports personality of India?
Amazing.
So these are some of the contributions which Karachi Goans has made. Of course, you have all heard of Mickey Korea. Have you?
He's a musician. He's a musician.
Yes. He's
A jazz musician.
a master jazz practitioner who played at the Taj in Bombay for 21 consecutive years. There is he. Mickey Korea and the Optimus Band. A Karachi boy, learned his skills in the school band of St. Patrick's School. Now, here's another interesting thing. I don't think I have a picture of this. I'm sure you all know the village of Asolna in southern Goa. Asolna has a monument to Christ the King, which is called the Cristo Rey Monument. Selvan, you know about that?
No, to be honest.
Okay. So the Cristo Rey Monument is in the village of Asolna in southern Goa, which was put up by the Pace family. You know the tennis player Leander Pace?
Yeah.
His family, all right? His great-great-grandfather and so. It so happened that his great-grandfather was traveling to Karachi in 2930, and he saw a beautiful white Italian marble monument dedicated to the Christ the King that was coming up over there. He was so fascinated with this monument that he got his people from Asolna to come to Karachi and replicate the monument in the village of Asolna, which has become a landmark, one of the landmarks of Goa in Asolna. Although
And what year was this, Menin?
1938. The one in Asolna was built in 1937 or 38, and the one in Karachi was built in 1931.
Interesting.
Right? So this is one. The other thing is this was that the 40s. The 40s was a very, very interesting period as far as Goans and Catholics of Karachi was concerned. Like I said, the Protestants and Catholics were in large numbers, and they were being managed by the religious orders, all of them missionaries who came from the West. around 1940 was a time when many Goan families, the religious obligations and the religious practices and going for mass was very Goan, right? I mean, it was important for Goans to maintain that religious connectivity with who they are as Catholics. They at that time, around 1940, decided that they would like to send their children, both girls and boys, to join the religious orders. Many of them went to become nuns, and many went to become priests. So, of all the Goan priests that eventually joined the priesthood, many came from this town of Cincinnatus. And some families, they sent not one, two, but three of their sons and daughters to join the priesthood. So at that time, Karachi was under the Bombay presidency as far as the diocese was concerned. And the papal seminary at that time was in Kandy, Ceylon, which is now Sri Lanka. So in 1940, the first of the Goan priests was sent to the papal seminary in Kandy, Ceylon, and from there rose the real background, rather the real base of the Catholic hierarchy who was to take over from the missionaries who had come from the West. And that happened in 1958 when the first archbishop, the first local archbishop, the one before, after this. Yeah, on your right. On the left is Cardinal Gracious of Bombay. On the right is Cardinal Cordero. He was elevated as an archbishop in 1958. So so Cardinal Cordero, Archbishop Cordero at that time, and many of his contemporaries, I think there were at least 15 of them. The list of all those is mentioned in my book. They all went to Kandy from 1939 to 1944. During this period, these priests who were trained in Kandy became the base of the Catholic Church in Karachi.
Wow.
Now, while I'm on this subject, I would like to share with some of the folks who are here today. Incidentally, and Selvan, thank you for this day. It's providential that I'm saying this. Today happens to be the 28th death anniversary of Cardinal Joseph Cordero.
Wow.
I've been working on his life and legacy because as a teenager, he also played a role in my upbringing. All right. So the next slide is going to show you something. This is a book that I've dedicated to Cardinal Cordero. It is in the works, but it should be out very soon. So very few copies will be printed. And those who knew Cardinal Cordero, I'm sure his family, his friends, his contemporaries, his neighbors, and all those who sort of grew up with him, he was a very interesting personality, very, very interesting personality. And to top it all, Selvan and all those who are listening, I'm sure they know about it, that he attended 3 conclaves. And in the very first one, where Saint Pope John Paul II was elected the Pope, in that conclave, the Time magazine had written that he is one of the papal candidates, came very close to becoming a pope. Anyway, so let's move on. So here's another very interesting gentleman that I would like to mention, Frank D'Souza. Frank D'Souza, a Karachi boy, St. Patrick's School ex-student, and a simple flag master in the Indian Railways, went on to become the first non-white Indian member of the Railway Board. It's a huge accomplishment. So this gentleman, because he knew the railway tracks of all India so well, every subsequent chairman that came and became the head of Indian Railways could not do without Frank D'Souza. And he was such a gracious man, Selvan, that his house in Karachi, he eventually went and lived the rest of his life in India after partition. But in house in Karachi, he dedicated that house to become a home for the aged, which still runs today by the name of Mary Will. Mary was his wife.
I believe that was one of the conditions.
Yes.
Yep.
So in 1947, it is believed that Jinnah, who was the founder of the country, requested Frank to help lay out or determine the tracks in that part of India which had become Pakistan. Who else?
Wow.
But Frank was the man who knew it. But he made one condition. He said, if my property, which at that time became an evacuee trust property after partition, because Indians who owned properties in Karachi and opted for India, all those properties became evacuee trust property. For example, Jinnah's house in Mumbai is an evacuee trust property, right? So he requested that his house be de-requisitioned so that he can use that house to be given for charity. And it was agreed, and the rest is history. So eventually, as the partition came closer, there was a Karachi Goan, Manuel Mesquita, who was elected as the mayor of Karachi. So one can imagine if the municipality has to elect a member of a Goan community to become the mayor of Karachi, and at a time when the city of Karachi, the streets were washed every day,
Wow.
was led by a Goan. So this is, a little bit of the story of Karachi Goans. I want you to run those slides from top to bottom, so slowly I can make a comment on that.
Sure. So Menin, what we'll do is we'll run the slides and then take a quick break.
Yes, correct. Correct.
And yeah.
Okay, so look at this hierarchy that came out of Karachi, the Goans from Karachi. One cardinal, two archbishops of Delhi and Allahabad, and three bishops of Belgaum, Ahmedabad, and Pune, all Karachi boys, who formed the base of religious formation in major cities of India. Next. These are the two cardinals, we know that. Next. This is the current Archbishop of Karachi, a Goan. His name is Archbishop Benny Travis. He's about 52 years of age, I believe, but a fine young man. And he has a tremendous job to do, because Catholics in Karachi they are going through a major transition phase, given the fact that lesser number of Goans now live in Karachi, and a very large number of Urdu-speaking Catholics now make up the Catholic Church in Pakistan. But he's bilingual. He has been the Bishop of Multan, and he has taken over recently.
Nice.
Yes. Now here's something interesting, Selvan, and for all those who are listening in. This sari that she's wearing is very reminiscent of the sari of Mother Teresa's. But here's the real story. This Karachi girl formed Sister Bridget Sequeira, the Franciscan Missionaries of Christ the King. They are known as the FMCK. This order has spread from Karachi to all parts of India and now in Sharjah as well. If I could read this little para, it is the only Roman Catholic religious institute originating in Pakistan, predating the better known missionaries of charity founded by Blessed Mother Teresa in Kolkata, India in 1950, who wear the blue striped saris. There's a very large center in Karachi, which is known as the Darul Sukoon, which is an institution of the FMCK. So Sister Bridget Sequeira was very much from Goa. She came to Karachi. She was born in Iran, but she lived the rest of her life in Karachi. Next. Here are two principals of St. Xavier's College, Bombay and St. Xavier's College, Ahmedabad. Those who are alumni of these two colleges, I'm sure there are many who are on this network right now. This is for your information that two of your principals were Karachi boys. Next. These are four of the best known educationists, Goan educationists from Karachi. Sister Mary Emily Gonsalves, Mr. Osmond Mascarenas, Sister Zinnia Pinto, and Mr. Simon de Lima. It is amazing the kind of work that they have put into education in Pakistan as in general. And the government has aptly recognized their services. Next. This gentleman's face must not be forgotten. He is the famous Cincinnatus Fabian Diablo. So he was the assistant collector of customs. He was also the president of the Sakka. Sakka is a place in the interior of Sindh where the river Indus flows all the way from the northern areas through India and to Pakistan. And believe me, he is known as one of the 12 founding fathers of Sindh, the province, because it was because of Cincinnatus that a large barrage, which was called the Lloyd's Barrage at that time, today it's called the Sakka Barrage, conceived in 1868 and built in 1932. There were some Goan engineers on this project, but Cincinnatus Diablos was one of the men who insisted that we must have this barrage for the sake of irrigation purposes of the people of Sindh. So that's how big this Goan was. Next. So this is Peter Paul Fernandez, and that's the British India hockey team of 1936. I've circled Peter Paul Fernandez over there. And these 8 people, there were many more. My apologies if I have not, noted their names, because there were just quite many of them. But the prominent ones was Patrick Mendes. Selvan, Patrick Mendes is our Pat Mendes. Patrick's.
I was just going to ask you that. There's another Pat Mendes here in Canada.
Right. So this gentleman out here on the screen was known as Pat Mendes.
Okay.
So the Patrick Mendes here, your friend, this is his grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then there was Laurie Fernandez and Marceline DeCosta, Julius Tellis, Nazareth Castellino. His son is in Australia. I told him, make sure you see this, because your dad, look at his face, look at his hair. He was called Macarani Castellino because he would stop the ball, a hockey ball, with his chest. Then there was Willie Norona, Jack Gonsalves, and Jack Brito, who also became an Olympian.
Wow.
So, Selvan, these were people like Peter Paul Fernandez, who could walk into any Indian side at that time.
Interesting.
Next. So here are the only 2 Goan Catholic test cricketers, Goan Catholics to have played test cricket. I was told by my friend Frederick Norona that Dilip Sardesai is also from Goa, and I think probably there's another one, but no Goans. The only Goans to have played Test cricket is Wallace Mathias and Anthony D'Souza from Karachi. Wallace played 23 tests and Anthony played 6 tests. Anthony now lives in Mississauga. He's 83 years of age. And Wallace Mathias's real name was Matthias Wallace, but he was popularly known as Wallace Mathias. Garfield Sobers, the biggest name in cricket, called him to have the safest hands in the slips. Next. We've done this. Look at this slide, an amazing slide. So if Lizanne is listening to this from Mumbai, on the left is Lizanne Dacuna's father. His name is Arthur Sequeira. He was the son of the famous Ignatius Sequeira of Karachi, who probably did most of the partition pictures around that time. Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan, was known to the family. He came to the very large studio in a place called Sadr in Karachi, and he asked for his official picture to be clicked in their studio. It was clicked by Arthur Sequeira. It was a black and white photograph, which was hand colored by the studio artist into the eventual color version, which became the official portrait of Jinnah till today in all government offices and also on all currency notes. The other major milestone is the gentleman on the right, Tolentine Fonseca. Although the anthem is in the name of another gentleman to have composed, but this research, which I undertook about 15 years ago, I was lucky just before I came to Canada in 2016 to have met the gentleman's son, Mr. Chagla's son, Mr. Ahmed Chagla, in whose name the anthem is there as to have composed the music. But I shared this information which the Goan community always had and thought that Tolentine Fonseca had something to do with the anthem. And I asked him very bluntly. Incidentally, I was lucky that even him, Mr. Chagla's son, was an ex-student of St. Patrick's. So he said very in clear terms, he says, my father composed the tune and Mr. Fonseca helped in the arranging and notation of the music for the brass instruments of the naval band that played the national anthem of Pakistan for the first time in 1952 during the visit of the Shah of Iran. Next. Here we go. This is Manuel Mesquita, the one and only mayor of Karachi, who was elected in 1945 as the mayor of Karachi. He was also the president of the Karachi Goan Association. Next. Okay, so on your left is the Karachi Goan Association, the building, which was built in 1905. It was designed by a gentleman called Moses Somaik. Moses Somaik was a Jew who has given Karachi almost a dozen magnificent buildings, and one of them was the KGA. On the right is a smaller version which was built. I cannot give you the exact date because it's not on my mind right now, but that is the Goan Union in Sadr. So these are the two major Goan clubs of Karachi doing tremendous work. They have done tremendous work. They have brought Goans together, and today, because of lesser numbers, are still trying the best to put Goans in action. Right? Next. So this is what I had earlier mentioned, the Indian Life Assurance Company. It's a magnificent stone building in the city center in Karachi, which was put together by a group of enterprising Goans led by Cincinnatus Diablo, the largest in India at that time. Next. So the British, like I said, they had built so many beautiful buildings, like in Bombay and Madras and in all these places, Chennai rather. They have left behind such magnificent structures. It's unbelievable if you have to sort of Google sometimes and look at some of these beautiful buildings that the British left behind. Next. This tower was also built by the British. It is called the Empress Market. It's the center point. Look at the line below for fish, meat, groceries, grape wine, everything. A favorite place for Goans to go and have a chat and buy whatever they want. Next. So these are just two pictures of, I've got a couple of more, but houses that were built in Cincinnatus town.
Mm-hmm.
Goans lived, a luxurious life at that time because they had space, they had large houses. Eventually, most are down now, and they are being replaced by apartment buildings. So that's about it. Selvan, you can take a break.
Awesome. Menin, we've pretty much kind of gone over time.
Yeah.
Why don't we just wrap it up with the last question for today? I mean, this was very informative and insightful, Menin, and thanks for sharing your vast knowledge with us. Question to you today is today in Canada, we have Goans from pretty much all corners of the world: East Africa, India, Middle East, and of course Pakistan. The Pakistani Goans, or Karachi Goans as we call them, have not only contributed to Karachi but around the globe, but here in Canada as well. Could you speak a bit more on the Karachi Goans here in Canada?
I cannot talk much with authority, but I can share a document with the members of GOA, which was put together as an article for one of the Toronto newspapers on the occasion of the 150 years of Canada in 2018, I believe. And that article was put together by interviewing many senior Karachi Goans, some of them who helped or came together in unity, Goans from India, from Africa, from Mumbai, from Goa, from Karachi, and they all came together and they formed some of the earlier clubs, which eventually became GOA and then later on Can Orient and so forth. So I discussed with them and got a lot of information from them, and whatever I accumulated, I put that together in the form of an article. I've sent that article to you. You may share that article with your members. That will give you an insight of how Karachi Goans came to Canada. Montreal was the place they came, and how they put themselves together, worked hard, and made a life for themselves and their families.
And a big shout out to the Can Orient, which is very similar to the GOA established in the 70s. And they do a lot of work in the community. And a big shout out to Desiree D'Souza and a committee and all the members of the Can Orient. And you'll be surprised, Menin, I'm a member of the Can Orient as well. So I hope you are as well. But a shout out to everybody these are two organizations that serve the community through various charitable and social needs as well. And become members if you're, it doesn't matter whether you're from Karachi or not. Well, I have an indirect relationship to Karachi because my uncle Angelo used to be the president of the KGA back in Pakistan. But nonetheless, these are volunteers who are helping serve the community, keep our culture alive, and don't look at what is in it for me as a member. It's about sustaining the organization, sustaining the volunteer work of all these people who are serving the community. And as GOA and Can Orient, we plan to do more events jointly as well going forward and collaborate to help serve the community. So
I just want to read one line, Selvan.
Sure.
All right. So it must be noted that the Christians in Pakistan comprise of Protestants and Catholics, comprising of Goans, Mangaloreans, mainly in Karachi, Anglo-Indians, mainly in Lahore, Tamils, the Madrasi community, and Hindustani Catholics. So this comprised of the Catholic community of Karachi, and they have contributed in a very big way to the growth of the Catholic Church in Pakistan. Now the future. The Goan-centric perspective that I have given you today does not mean that Christianity is in peril in Karachi or in Pakistan. Today's church, which from the 1950s was predominantly administered by Goan clergy, is now mostly managed by the Urdu speaking Catholic clergy and making remarkable progress. Goans continue to live decent and successful lives. The current cardinal is Joseph Coots. The Archbishop is Benny Travis, both Goans, and they are doing tremendous work to put the community together.
Awesome. Menin, we are towards the end of the segment. I'd like to thank you very, very much for your insights and knowledge that you have contributed today, and wish you all the best with the upcoming book on Cardinal Cordero. And we look forward to touching base again, Menin, sure. And wish you the best. And thank you very, very much on behalf of the GOA Toronto.
Keep doing the great work, Selvan. Thank you very much. Thank you, listeners.
Thanks, Menin. Take care. All right, folks. That was Menin Rodrigues, an informative session. We have a couple of things lined up for you. So before we get to silver linings, we have to loosen these muscles of yours. So you've been sitting on that couch for too long. And we have Steve Parado, who is actually going to come online and teach you some line dancing steps. As you know, we have as you may know or may not know, we have a thriving line dancing community in the Greater Toronto area, and a very local owned choreographer, Steve Parado, who will be doing a dance class with this group for you in a bit. A little bit about Steve. He has been line dancing since over 20 years plus. He has a passion for line dancing and for teaching, so if you need lessons, you know whom to reach out to. During the pandemic, he has choreographed various line dances to the songs of Michael Bublé, Bare Naked Ladies, etc. Steve has been teaching line dancing for many years, initially at St. Francis Xavier Church in Mississauga, previously at the Active Adults Center, and currently at the Westway Club in Toronto. So let's bring Steve live and ask him a few questions before he gets to make you shake a leg. Hey, Steve.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Good. Welcome to the GOA Friday night. We have a lot of anxious people out there waiting for some music, some dancing. So let's get them warmed up. What do you say?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get
You're most welcome, Steve. Can you tell us a bit more about line dancing?
Well, today line dance is very, very popular. It's being done all over the world. It's a really choreographed dance steps in the line. You see, if you watch people dancing line dance, you will want to join for sure. Okay, there are 3 skills in line dancing. There's beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Okay, so it's like everything else. You go to school, you learn your ABC first. You learn to do your words. You learn to do a sentence. You do a paragraph, and who knows? Eventually, you write a book. So you're at the advanced stage.
Steve, you make it sound very easy. I know you've been responsible for many line dancers taking their first baby steps into the wonderful world of line dancing. Now, when it comes to dancing, there are folks like myself that have 2 left feet, and when I see people line dancing, I get dizzy just watching the steps. Forget about dancing in the straight line. How would you encourage folks like me to be interested in line dancing?
I get that all the time. I have 2 left feet. Those people who tell me they have 2 left feet are instructors now. So, for starters, all you need to do is be willing to give it a try. And when you try, you got to keep at it. Okay, beginners line dance is not really difficult. You just need to know a certain steps, and as time goes on, you get to know it better and better, and it becomes a part of your schedule, kind of. One thing I encourage everybody to do is go to a class. 1 hour a week for a beginner is good enough. Okay, but you need to be persistent. Keep going every time. You don't leave it for 2 weeks and go again. You'll find yourself caught in a dance that you don't know. So keep doing it every week, and you'll be fine.
Steve, I'm already motivated just listening to you. I think we should start some classes at the Goan Community Center very shortly.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I can always I can always start there and go with the easy steps.
Awesome.
Mind
Steve,
you, there's a lot of benefits to this line dance as well. So you got your mind, your brain, your feet, everything. It's, besides that, all that you build up a lot of friends on the dance floor. So it's something very good, something that I encourage everyone to get into, and I especially I want to get a man on the dance floor.
good luck on that one. I'm sure you will succeed one eventually. Steve, you know what? Let's get to the line dance, because we have the band Silver Linings waiting in queue to come online. So let's get the line dancing session going, and hopefully everybody's going to be warmed up for Silver Linings.
Right. Yes. Let's do that.
Thanks again, Steve. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to this session of line dancing. Okay, dance I'm going to do is called Jerusalem, a very popular dance right now. It's got over 17 million hits. There are all kinds of variations out there, but we're going to do the easy one. So with this one here, you have your weight on the right, you tap your left heel for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. You switch to your right foot and you tap your heel again for 4 times. 5, 6, 7, 8. You close. Now we do heel switches. Left, right, and we close. Heel and heel and heel and heel, and you close. From here on, we need to turn a quarter turn and do a vine. So you do a cross, side, behind, side, touch. We continue with going to the left, cross, so step, cross, side, touch. We walk back for 3, back, 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 and we are done. We have done our 24 counts. We start again from the top with your heel switches. Now let me go over the step with the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the 24 counts. We are set. We are good for the next wall. Okay, this is the whole thing. I'm going to go right around. We'll do the 4 walls. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heel, 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 and heel, heel, heel switches. Heel, 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 and cross, side, behind, side, touch, start, side, cross, side, touch, back, back, back. We'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the dance. We start again with this wall here. Okay. Now, at the beginning, when you do your heel tap, you can do you push your hips, push, 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 and push, push, push. So you have that option. You're dancing, move those hips. Well, we put the music on, and I want all of you to get on the floor and start dancing. Thank you.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami
Awesome. Thank you, Steve, Karen Pereira, and team. Amazing dance lesson and demonstration. Now we are to the final, the most wanted band from Goa. They've been an internet sensation, and hopefully we're going to see them soon in Canada as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the line dancing group that has sponsored this band for tonight towards the fundraiser. And with no further delay, introducing to you the one and only Silver Linings.
Hi, Selvin.
Hello.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. I'm sure you saw Tammy on the backstage doing the whole Jerusalem with Steve Parado.
I could see that. Unfortunately, the audience cannot see that.
Selvin could see that. Yes. Tammy was trying so hard. To keep up with him.
Just squinting a little bit, like I'm trying to get the
You know, I wasn't sure whether I'm going to see you guys dressed up or in your PJs because it's early morning in Goa, and I hope you had the time to have your breakfast as well.
Yes, we had a quick cup of coffee. We're gonna have a whole English breakfast after this.
Yeah.
The eggs and bacon and everything after this.
probably some brunch.
Perfect. Don't forget some Canadian bacon.
Oh, absolutely, Canadian bacon. Yes.
You know, I'm not going to waste any more time chit-chatting here because there are folks who are anxiously waiting for you guys to perform. So I'm going to get off the screen and the floor is all yours, guys. All the best and looking forward to enjoying the show.
Thank you very much, Selvin. Thank you.
Well, time to get your dancing shoes on. Well, even if you're alone at home, you can, probably line dance virtually. Yes. So today's session, of course, has been sponsored by the line dance community of Mississauga, Milton, Brampton, and Toronto, and dedicated to the first Goan community center in North America. Yes. So kudos to you guys. line dance community. I think we should also have something right here in Goa.
I've been telling Karen that, yes,
Yeah?
we should start something in Goa.
Yes. We are only standing in line.
Not dancing.
Not dancing, yeah. Wait, putting a line in Ahami. We are just in line, like, buying anything. So, and of course, a big shout out goes out to all the volunteers. They've been doing a tremendous job under the leadership of Selvin Colasso, the current president. Yes, Selvin, thank you so much. You've been doing great. And he has made this Goan Community Center a reality. And to the many community members and committees of the past who have dedicated their time over the years to help achieve this dream. Right, so each and every one of you have a part to play in the future of this dream as well. And as all of you all know, the motto of the community center, the Goan Community Center, is Together we are stronger. So that's, you got to keep that in mind, all right? We're going to drill that in you right through this line dance session that we're going to have. And we hope that this little initiative, with all the help that we have, the initiative that are being undertaken, that the Goan community and the other communities work together for the youth and the seniors and make a difference in many lives. So that, of course, we look forward to. So let's begin this fundraiser, or by contributing to today's fundraiser, all right?
Yes.
So it's very simple what you got to do. So to donate, you just need to mail your check to the community center, or even simpler, I think nowadays, we just need to go online.
Absolutely.
Yes, at www.goatoronto.com. So see you there. And don't forget, together
We are stronger.
And even if you don't have a
Absolutely.
partner, you can line dance. This is an amazing session of line dance. I think, Roy, you can kickstart off, yes?
Sure. So thank you so much to the line dance community for this. We're going to start off with a wonderful song called Runaway Bay. This is by Gramps Morgan. And the original is a wonderful ska beat of a quick reggae. But the line dance community, they like to do it different. We're going to do this in a rumba fashion. Here's how it goes.
Runaway babe, I wanna run to you. Just wanna be with you. Oh, runaway babe, I've been gone too long, and all I want is to be with you. Count your stars, walk underneath your moon, and watch it fade and turn to day with a new sunrise. Oh, the way you dance got me hypnotized. No matter where I go, all of my heart and my soul, runaway babe, I wanna run to you. I just wanna be with you. Oh, runaway babe.
Such a Caribbean feel.
When I close my eyes, I fall into your memory, and I lose myself. I dive way down deep. I get swept away by the rhythm played down by your shore, and just like your way, I keep coming back for more. No matter where I go, with all of my heart and my soul, runaway babe, I wanna come home to you. I just wanna be with you. Oh, runaway babe, Interesting ending.
Interesting ending, right?
I love this song. It's all about the beach.
Yes.
It's all about the beach, yeah.
That's the place where she'd like to go.
That's
But
my
I hope
happy
you
space.
you've got a little warmed up now. That was just to get you into the mood. So next we move a little up tempo, I think, with something contemporary.
Oh, this is an interesting
Yes,
one.
interesting
too.
one.
Very interesting song. It's called Kachi.
Catchy.
And we're going to do this. Let's do this. Are you ready?
Off and back.
Here we go.
Off and back, yeah. He give me country all night long, all night long. He give me country all night long. Well, 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 it's been such a long day. I'm kinda tired. Bring your soothing arms my way. My back is aching, my body's sore. Don't stop, honey, you know that I want more. He give me country all night long. He give me country all night long. I went on down to Leanne's place. She had such a beautiful look on her face. I said, hey, go, where'd you get those eyes? She met a boy that could hypnotize. He give me country all night long. He give me country all night long. All right, yeah. Did you like that?
Shooby-dooby-doo. That's a
song.
Shooby-Doo
I love
song.
it. Karen, that was such a cool song.
I love to call it the Shooby-Dooby-Doo song.
Well, that was something nice. Righto, something that's very popular right here in Goa's track. Gavin, are you singing this song?
Yes, he's
His
playing.
guitar. His guitar is playing it.
His guitar is playing it. All
Hey,
right.
Selvin, we
Hey,
can
hey, guys! There is a bit of a glitch issue on the Facebook side. The comments are not coming through for some reason.
It's
So-
probably it happened to us. It happened to us yesterday too. So it's probably because it's been flagged for some reason. There must have been some copyright issue.
Some community standard. Anyways, you know what? We'll do what we can, but unfortunately, I'm not getting any of the streams of messages into the software, so you're not going to see any interaction.
Yeah, no, I realize that because I have got Facebook open on this side, and
Okay.
it doesn't show how many people are logged in.
Yeah, I see about 88 plus, but about 100, approximately 100. And only thing is the messages are not coming through for some reason.
Yeah. No, as long as they can
Anyway.
see us and hear us, we're good. Yeah.
That's good enough. All right, awesome. I just thought I'd let you guys know.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Hope everything's okay sound-wise. Selvin, all good? Super.
Perfect.
All okay sound-wise, no? Yeah, I guess that's okay. All right.
Yeah, that was.
Quick. All right, so Gavin's going to do this song. His guitar is going to sing for this one. And this has been a hot favorite right from the first line dance session that we did. We did it for the second one too, and this is the third consecutive session we're doing this song. It's called Mediterranean Doe Eyes. All right. Ready, Patrão?
Ready.
That was wonderful. You've heard it on the Spanish guitar 2 shows before, but you've heard it on the electric today. I was missing that guitar though, Gavin.
Yeah, the feel, huh?
The feel of
Yes,
the
the
nylon
nice little
strings.
Nylon strings. Yep. And anyways, I hope you're having fun, and don't forget, like always, together we are stronger. So, yes.
Whoa.
Did you make a quick change?
Okay, I didn't know we had a. Do you have your
It's-
costume change ready?
Nah, re
I
baba.
don't have-
No?
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot
Nice.
to tell y'all. I
Was
forgot
this
to tell you.
pre-planned?
This is no, we didn't get the memo.
It was pre-planned.
Yeah, yeah.
I
We didn't get the memo. We didn't
How
get the memo.
Sad. Next time.
It's called Diva Things.
Were you like looking too bright?
I was looking too bright. That pink was just too
You're
shiny.
matching with the keyboard, actually.
I'm matching with the keyboard.
No, earlier.
Earlier.
Earlier. It
All
was
right, moving
great.
on. Moving on to another song by Gavin. So this is a rumba cha-cha version of this song, I Want to Dance With You. This is Gavin's go-to song, right? I Want to Dance With You and Teddy Bear. So this is I Want to Dance With You coming your way. And here we go with this one.
I don't wanna be the guy to hesitate, be too shy, way too late. I don't care what they say all the lovers do. I just wanna dance with you. I got a feeling that you have a heart like mine, so let it show, let it shine. If we had a chance to make one heart up too, I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. Twirl you all around the floor. boys are playing softly and the girls are too. So am I, and so are you. If this was a movie, we'd be right on cue. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. Hold you in my arms once more. That's what they intended dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. Hold you in my arms once more. That's what they invented dancing for. I just wanna dance with you.
Thank you so much for those wonderful comments, everybody.
Take it away, Roy.
You can see them on YouTube.
I wanna dance with you. Hold you in my arms once more. That's what they intended dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. Hold you in my arms.
Thank you so much, Steve.
That's what they intended dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I just wanna dance with you. I just wanna dance with you.
I hope you want to dance with us, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you're doing the line dance out there. This is a show for and by the line dance community of Mississauga, Toronto, Brampton, and Milton, right?
Oye, Sarga, bora harto.
Arre, shit.
Yeah.
I had my badam in the morning.
Yes. Oh,
3 badams.
I only remember. Together we are stronger.
Yeah, together we are stronger.
And don't forget,
Absolutely.
you guys, in case you need, I mean, we all need support, all right? So you need to send in your support to the Goan Community Center. And for that, all you need to do is to contribute to today's fundraiser, to donate by a check, or you can go online at www.goatoronto.com.
Yeah,
Very
dig
simple.
deep into your pockets, ladies and gentlemen.
Dig deep. Oh,
Dig
I like that.
deep.
Dig
Yeah.
deep.
Yes, it's for a good cause. It's for a good community. Selvin is doing an amazing job. Thank you so much, Selvin, for the wonderful work that you're doing. We are looking forward to meeting you in person in Canada, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. And everyone else out there in your community. Alrighty, moving on to a bachata beat. This is "Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow" in bachata. It's so amazing to see that we have so much of Latin, dance influences in our line dancing today. There's a bachata, there's a cha-cha, there's the
Rumba,
merengue,
yes, the rumba.
rumba,
Yeah,
everything Latin. So here we go with a modern bachata version of "Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow."
Tomorrow. So whoever on Facebook, those who can't comment, well, get onto YouTube because we can see some lovely comments out there. So let's get those numbers up on YouTube, everybody. All right. Tonight you're mine completely. You give me your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting
Mario.
Oh, so tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Will you, will you, will you?
Really, we hope you will.
Yes, we hope
Yes, many of them have said that they will today, tomorrow, or rather yesterday, today, and tomorrow as well.
Nice.
Yes, well, you dance your hearts away. This is, of course, a lovely session coming to you. And if you're getting set for Valentine's Day, maybe you need somebody to dance with. And we take you through something a little different this time. Huh? Tammy, are you going to do this in Konkani?
Amchi bash, amchi my
Okay.
bash.
Yeah, try to do this in Konkan. Okay.
All right.
Karen
You've got to know
loves to
this
give,
song.
She loves to give us these challenges, this line dancing community. They love to give us some challenges, right?
Aye.
Jangan trek boile body maka boitana, kalzang moja marli hulkana.
Aye.
Ataki te corta te maka somzona, disani rati ke tuji sobona.
All right, it's salsa time. Come on.
Lagi munun maka apoitai, begin dorulu bodetai, mundai mozo mogo koretai du koro. Lajan mozo jivo katkata, biyan he kalis moje dardata, cinta sopon moje casa zale puro. Despacito, quiero respirar su vuelo despacito, falta tudo kusum tudo de lo foto, mogo mozo correre muy corto. Despacito, quiero respirar su vuelo despacito, calza pito kusum yela tuzo foto, mogo mozo correre muy corto. Moje dingle, baby girl, my heart is aching, you're my love. Moje heart so far, tu so go. Tujhe natar moje jine maka tujhe naka. Tujhe natar moje jine maka jine naka. Tujhe natar jiyo jiyo kita kar hawe. Evari vari har ata koshe zane tuwe. Tujhe muka rudrani sango ku makan gaina. Unu bangare che tujhe vine dusre gaina. Sweet oh sweet oh, begin moje zago. Mudo na kamago, kali zata berto. Ato tu so dharta, akrapona zalta. Jine poran rauta, sang something you tuka. Sweet oh sweet oh, begin moje zago. Mudo na kamago, kali zata berto. Ato tu so dharta, akrapona zalta. Jine poran rauta, sang tu sanga tuka. Despacito, quiero hablar sobre ese pelo despacito. Alzame tu cosa y la tuya foto. Mogo mozo corre no eres corto. Despacito, quiero respirar ese pelo despacito. Alzame tu cosa y la tuya foto. Mogo mozo voy muero corto. Yore yore moga rako na soda stuka. Tujhe koro mere maka. Dusro koro inaka naka. Hata hata kyo un chadiya yu goche alta.
What you're saying? You want to give
Diva.
photo?
Photo.
I thought font. I thought font. re.
ओए बरं झालं आम्ही हटलं नाही म्हणून.
Hey,
Kevin, you be
giving
careful.
us font.
You'll get a
Font means cake in Konkani.
Oh yes.
That was a fun song to do, though.
All right. Lots of.
I was waiting for your part to sing. So like teka mudpa lail muste.
Yeah. It is all Tammy.
Oh
All
yes.
Tammy.
Roy, he sang his part, man.
He
A
sang?
little bit here and there.
Yeah, he said,
Aye.
All right.
Well, we're
Moving
just
on.
giving y'all a little breather. You know, this is a little up-tempo song. So in
And a
case,
nonsense banter.
Giving me a breather.
yes, you a breather. In case you need to
this
like
is a
catch
nice
up on your breath.
I need to.
All right, so here is a mambo version of the song La Bamba, Los Labos, La Bamba. This is a very refreshingly different version to the original, and this is the beat. Come on, mambo time.
Se necesita una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia, arriba, ay arriba, y arriba, ay arriba, y arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, bamba. Se necesita una poca de gracia para arriba, ay, arriba, y arriba. Se necesita una poca de gracia para arriba, ay, arriba, y arriba, ay, arriba, y arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Everybody. Bamba, 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 everybody sing.
Did you know I was going to end? No. Nobody has a clue.
Nobody.
De repente.
De repente. This all goes
De repente
good
in
here.
Portuguese means suddenly.
Suddenly.
Yes.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil, so much for those comments. We are getting to see a couple of them on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh, I need my fan.
Yes. Thanks for all your comments, those of you who are around. Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. It's early morning for those of you on this side of the globe, and for those of you that side, I'm sure you're working up an appetite for probably dinner, a nice little get-together with your family and friends as we get into the weekend mode. All right, so don't forget, together we are stronger. Yes, all your little bit of chipping in helps the Goan community make sure that they have this nice little center put up, so do donate generously, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so you can get online as well on www.goatoronto.com in case you'd like to make it nice and quick right here as you dance around to help contribute to today's fundraiser.
Absolutely. This next song has taken the internet by storm, hasn't it?
Yes, all around.
All around.
And T-Power remix with Sir Elton John. This
Dua
is
Lipa.
for you guys. Dua Lipa, Cold Heart.
So if you know your peeps who normally come on YouTube, guys, share this link with them. Give them a call if you have to. Get them on the GOA Toronto YouTube page. Let's have a good time.
human sign when things go wrong, when the center lingers, temptation strong, cold heart, hardened by you. Something's looking better, baby, just passing through.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that think I am at home. No, no. And this is what I should have said.
Thank you, Irene and Doreen.
Well, I thought it, but I kept it here.
Cold heart, hardened by you. Something's looking better, baby, just passing through.
Oh no, no, oh no. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. And this is what I should have said. Well, I thought it, but I kept it here.
Cold heart, hardened by you. Something's looking better, baby, just passing through.
Oh no, no, oh no. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. And this is what I should have said. Well, I thought it, but I kept it here.
Dami, are you trying the Jerusalem steps?
I like that.
That's a wonderful song, right?
That's a very
Yeah.
cool song.
I'm so used to the other chords of the normal
of the
sacrifice, you know, and I'm like, okay, it matches, almost there. Good to have you guys across the globe and beyond. Maybe thank you for your lovely comments and taking you
Silvano,
way back in time.
Thank you so much.
Wakefield.
Wakefield. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judy. Judy says she's coming to Goa to see us from Toronto and Para. Thank you so much.
Quite close. We'll give you some nice para as well to have. Thanks very much for your comments. Let's go. Sexy eyes. Let's do your dance steps, guys.
You guys are gonna dance. I have to sing.
Sexy eyes,
I'm gonna take you to paradise.
hey, hey, my, can't you see?
You were born to dance with me.
Sexy eyes,
You know I'm never gonna tell you lies.
hey, hey,
Mama, look at me. You got me feeling in time. Ta-da.
Ta-da. Yeah,
That
we
was
almost
sexy
had
eyes.
this
It's
little
so
spoon
tough.
also fall on time.
my
yes.
head.
It
Spoon
was,
all the way from Uganda.
yes.
All right.
How it falls? I mean, does it vibrate with the music or what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Filled
but it's
with those
vibrating.
it's
sexy
the wall,
eyes.
so the wall vibrates too. Anyway, that's a whole other physics discussion later on.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
I've
we
got a
can
couple
do
of messages on WhatsApp from Angelo and from Karen saying everything is fine on YouTube. So if you guys can shift to YouTube, like Tammy said, it's wonderful. Although people on Facebook also pretty okay. Only you can't comment on Facebook, but
Yeah, so
I
they
think
can
you can
us,
see
right?
us. Yeah,
Okay. Maybe somebody on YouTube can just tell us how many people are watching. Sorry.
yeah. No, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. So we're going to go into a country song now. This is Brooks and Dunn. And we're going to keep it the original. It's called Neon Moon. It's a wonderful song. It's a wonderful song. And we're going to incorporate this in our wedding set, right, Gavin? Yes, we are.
Gavin, did you say hi to everybody?
I did.
You did?
You went to change.
I went to say, oh.
Bora, he didn't.
did he? Did he say
everybody.
hi? I don't know.
All right. Here we go with Neon Moon. When the sun goes down on my side of town, then a lonesome feeling comes to my door. The whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad tracks. I've got a table for two way in the back, where I sit alone and think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. And if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon. Think of two lovers running wild and free. I close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadow of this smoke-filled room. No telling how many tears I've sat here and cried, or how many lies did you've lied, telling my poor heart she'll come back someday. But it'll be alright as long as there's a light from a neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams standing out of the dreams of a neon. Jukebox plays on drink by drink. The words of every sad song seem to say what I think. This hurts inside of me, ain't never gonna end. Oh, but it's alright as long as there's light from the neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room there for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon. That's the first time we're doing that live. We
First time.
always do it
That's
on a
good
track.
Song, good song.
Together we are.
Stronger.
Stronger we are.
Together. This is like in school you're doing it.
This means we need breakfast.
We
Yeah.
need breakfast, yeah. All right. Is it?
Guzar la vida.
Gozar
Oh, this
la
is
vida. So very
this is
cool
interesting. Thank you so much, Doreen. Thank you. All right, Selvin. We hope you're dancing out there. We hope you're dancing. Come on, say hi to everybody, Selvin. If you're
I
in.
hope your two left feet are dancing too.
You just put him on the spot.
You did put me on the spot. You did put me on the spot. Yes, I was shaking a leg or two, but not in sync for sure.
No, you're just being too modest. You're just being too modest.
Amazing job, guys. Great music, and thank you so much for doing this.
Tell us something. You play the guitar too, right? I've seen a couple of pictures. Are you in a band in Toronto?
I tried.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
wow.
we're called Go Amigos.
So you're part of the Go Amigos. Amazing. I need to check out some of your videos, man.
No worries. I think people are.
So you guys are having a Valentine dance thing, Go Amigos?
Yes, on February the 26th, the Red and Black. It's a fundraiser for the community center.
Oh, it's not Valentine's. It's
It's a Red and Black Carnival.
Carnival.
I was
Yeah.
just telling him I love the poster. The poster was so beautifully done. The colors.
Oh, thank you.
The whole thing was done. Beautiful poster.
It's a fundraiser for the community center, and we are already 50% sold out.
Ah, awesome.
2 days,
Cool.
yeah.
Very good.
Wonderful. All right. Hope you're enjoying yourself. We're going to dive into. We've got about another 4 more songs. So thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. Here is a song by Julio Iglesias, the king of romance, and the original is a cha-cha. The original is a cha-cha beat, but we've changed it into a merengue. Merengue. So we're going to do this
on a merengue also.
into a merengue. Let me see. G for gozar. I have to gozar la vida. Here we
I'm
go.
going to move a little aside so y'all can see Mr. B here.
That's okay.
He's going to be
I'll
on the
move right on this side.
saxophone. Are we ready? Can you feel that beat? Hips. I think it's the hips that move. At least I'm moving my hips. Oh yeah. Ready? Que entre un poco, yo sé que tú vas a gustar. He nacido tantas veces, no me quiero morir más. Me he salvado en tantas guerras, me he cansado de hablar. Y ahora que estoy de vuelta, quiero vivir más. Unos nacen con todo y otros casi sin nada, pero todos le habíamos que dice principio vivo caballero de gozar la vida, que de pronto es tiempo se te va. Disfruta lo que tengas, que cuando vas no te la vas a caballero, gozar la vida. Pronto que el tiempo se te va. Disfruta lo que quieras, que cuando te vas no te debes nada. Amigos para siempre, y otros viven viva, pero todos vivimos en una ruleta que no para más. Caballero, y gozar la vida, que pronto el tiempo se te va. Disfruta lo que tienes, que cuando te vas no te lo vives nada. Caballero, gozar la vida, se te va. Disfruta lo que tienes, que cuando te vas no te lo debes dar. Valor.
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
Thank
guys
you.
Enjoy that one.
Together we are stronger. Don't forget that, guys, as we take you through the last 3 songs. We didn't line dance here, but we are still like, doing... Yes,
for the
catching our
morning.
breath.
Done.
Our workout is done.
Your workout is done. My workout is done.
Mine also.
Yeah, he's breathing exercises are
Breathing
done. All right, this is a song Bambi's going to sing. You learned the
All
song
right.
especially for the line dance community, right?
Yes. This is, of course, a track that I learned, and Johnny Reed did this song, and we're going to do this song for you. Well, as we do this song, this is not goodbye, because we...
That's the name of the song,
name.
but this is not goodbye.
This is not
The
goodbye,
name of
yeah.
the song is This Is
Yeah,
Not
because
Goodbye.
we have 2 more songs lined up after that.
So the original beat of this song is a jive. It's like a slow jive, but we have changed it into... what have we changed it into? Rumba.
Rumba.
A lovely rumba. And this is all because of the lovely line dance community out there. They like to do things differently, and which is very refreshing actually for us to to change up beats of songs and stuff like that. So here we go with a rumba version of This Is Not Goodbye.
I left my hometown years ago when the cold hardly found me. Tonight I slow down long enough to let the young surround me. This road that I'm on is still unwinding. Somewhere beyond the horizon. This is not goodbye or the end. Let me tell you, my friend, I'll keep you forever in my heart till I see you again. May our song never end. Till then, remember this is not goodbye. This life that I lead has always been a dream worth chasing. A night like tonight made my next breath worth the taking. This road that I'm on is still winding. Somewhere beyond the horizon. This is not goodbye or the end. Let me tell you, my friend, I'll keep you forever in my heart till I see you again. May a song never end. Till then, remember this, it's not goodbye. No, no, no. Or the end. Let me tell you, my friend, I'll keep you forever in my heart till I see you again. May a song never end. Till then, remember this, not goodbye. Till then, remember this is not goodbye.
For the last time, come on, Mammy.
Till then, remember this is not goodbye.
Thank you, Amber Maria. Lovely swells there, Gavin. All that swell practicing has
swell helped.
Swell help. Thank you, Vernon Cardos. How are you doing?
Hello, he's here. What's Black Saturday?
Black Saturday here in Sydney, watching Silver
All
Linings.
bright and black on a Saturday morning.
Is this like a Black Friday
it's
sale
Black
or
Saturday.
Black. Oh, I got it like that Black Friday.
you need some breakfast.
sale
Yeah.
thing was-
You need some breakfast.
I need some bacon.
Canadian bacon.
All right, we are almost coming to the fag end of the show. 2 songs left, and once again, a big shout out to the line dance community of Mississauga, Milton, Brampton, and Toronto as
you're
well.
eating it.
Yes.
You didn't have your badam.
Huh? I didn't have my badam now. All you, tuya haila mere the. He Roy was up at, I have no idea. You hardly slept.
5:45.
Yeah, I thought you went jogging
Unearthly
actually.
hour, an unearthly hour.
Yes.
I also was up around that time.
You also?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You also went jogging?
No, I had to come here.
So don't forget, guys, together we are stronger, just like this, 5 fingers getting together, nice and strong, all right? So don't forget to contribute to today's fundraiser, donate by check, mail to the community center or online. You have that little ticker scroll going down there. Online, www.goatoronto.com.
Okay.
We are levitating now.
Oh, we're levitating. If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into it, the weather music starts to collide. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby, my sugar boo. I'm levitating, the Milky Way, renegade. I got you. You're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you, moonlight. You're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. I believe that you're for me. I feel it in our energy. I see it written in the stars. We can go wherever, so let's do it now or never, baby. Nothing's ever too far. Glitter in the sky, glitter in our eyes, shining just the way we are. I feel like I'm here forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's get lost in miles. You want me, how much, baby? I'm levitating, the Milky Way, we're renegading, yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you, moonlight, you're my so electric, dance my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah. My love is like a rocket watch it blast off. And I'm feeling so electric, dance my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. You, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. That was cool. Did you guys enjoy that one?
Levitating.
Levitating. Floating.
All right,
Oh,
Bambi,
that's- oh.
the saxophone back on. You're a
Well,
jack of
for the
all-
last time,
All trades, mere. We need a drum set now next.
we need a drum set. Probably won't have space around here. What's happening now?
Which one do you want?
We're
You
going
bought in
country.
wholesale, or what?
Yes.
Or were these
This
sent?
was given by my aunt Randy to us. All right, here.
Oh, yeah.
So
All we need is a nice
is
little
a-
horse.
this is a very cool. This is a very cool song that we're going to do next. It's called "Lover Please" by Billy Swan, and it's I think it's a really cool line dancing beat, like very country line dancing beat. So the hats.
Yeah? Please tell us what we have to do with the hats.
Y'all just wait. I'll do what I have to do. Your hands are busy.
Another diva moment.
Downer.
Ready? Bambi looks like he's ready to go on a holiday to the Maldives. To the Maldives, right?
I think our after picture should be something like this, no? With these hats.
Yeah, to the Maldives. Bore. Here we go.
Maldives.
Well, lover, please come back. Don't take the train coming down the track. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. You will never hold me so near. You will never call me dear. Don't you know I'd die for you? Now you're gone, that's what I'll do. Lover, please come back. Don't take the train coming down the track. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. So sad. Lover, please come back. Don't take the train coming down the track. Don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. I said, lover, please come back. Don't take the train coming down the track. Don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. Come on, baby. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. I said, please don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. Come on, baby. One more time.
You have to do that. Guys, one, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Hee-haw.
Together we are stronger.
Stronger we are.
Together. And together we are hungry.
All right, that's all the time we have with you, Selvin.
Well, I hope.
Oh, he's got
yes,
the mic.
Selvin
He's
is
got the
coming.
dude. He's got the mic.
Mic.
Come on,
Selvin
one
will
song
play
from
for you and you
That's
sing.
just a showpiece.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Guys, are you guys really done? Because I'm not done with you guys. And I don't think the
What
rest of the
shall we
folks
do?
are done with you guys as well. How about one last song?
One last song? All right, let's do one
One
last
more.
song.
Public demand.
Public demand. All right, let's
Public
do it.
virtual demand.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's do this one.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me get ready. This was something we had done for the previous, one of the previous line dance shows. I love this song. We do it at a lot of our shows. All right. Guys, you
Here we go.
The warden threw a party in the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard the jailbirds sing, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Well, everybody in a whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Well, there's a man in New Orleans, plays the rock and roll. He's a guitar man with a great big soul. He lays down a beat like a ton of coal. He goes by the name of King Creole. You know he's gone, jumping like a catfish on a pole. You know he's gone, like a hip-swinging King Creole. Spider Murphy played the tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from Illinois played crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was a po-po gang. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Well, everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Well, he sings a song about a crowd at home. He sings a song about a jelly roll. He sings a song about pork and greens. He sings some blues about New Orleans. You know he's gone, jumping like a catfish on a pole. You know he's gone, like a hip-shaking King Creole.
Selvin.
Thank you guys. You guys were just amazing.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
You know, all the Canadians love you for sure.
Thank you so much.
And
We
I'm
love the
hoping
Canadians
to see you
too.
guys very soon in Toronto.
Yes.
Yes, that would be awesome.
You can leave those hats behind. We can give you a Canadian hat.
You can leave your hat on.
Oh, yeah.
Just that much.
Once again, thank you very much, and thanks to the Line Dancing Group for sponsoring this segment. So thank you. I'm actually going to give 3 more songs for Valentine's Day. So we're going to go till 11 p.m. It's 10:50 now. And these 3 songs are dedicated to you guys, and to everybody who's going to be celebrating Valentine's. How's that?
Thank you so much, Selvin.
Sounds
Thank you.
good.
Sounds good.
Thank you again. Good
Thank
night,
you.
good morning to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, Toronto.
Yes.
Good night,
Sweet
Canada.
dreams.
Thanks,
Take good
Tammy,
care.
Gavin, Roy, and Bambino. Take care.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, folks, that was Silver Lining. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, the Canadians don't sleep on a weekend, so, you know, we are going to go for another 10 minutes. We're going to do 3 songs for you. And this is to all the Valentine lovers and other strangers, given that this is the Valentine's weekend or coming to Monday. So this song is dedicated to all the lovebirds out there.
Gai tuani au mogan porli Sasnak sangat divun kazar zali Oshin asli karza ektai keli Urki amchi zaun zali borli Arza chekorayen Moja moga tota mojo tona Odor por la vine Tuja moja anja Dismo zo sarona Sakani ragalya Sanzata mutlia Raghurona Pasun porlia Kiedy tufan ailea Mokune zautona Irene, no big eyes for sure. Only small eyes today. Pasinita I tot kopan getot koshizata Kache korain Moja mogatota meutona Odor por la vine Tuja moja anja Dismo zo sarona Sanzata mutlia Raghurona Vis pasun porlia Kedre dufan ailea Mogune zautona Thanks, Emma. Hi, Audrey. Thanks, Jesse.
burlo umborolchena Viswas achi bunyad enachina Arzache kodae moja moga total meltona Odor por liavine tujamo janja Dismozo sarona Kani ragailia Sanzata mutlia Ragurona Vispasun porlia Ede tufanailia Mogunes autona All right, that was for all the lovebirds out there. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. And the next one, I know there was a request for a Portuguese song. Fabian, this song is dedicated to you and your lovely partner. And to all those lovers and other strangers out there. Minha flor não pode ser viver sem ti, amor. Vem conhecer o verbo amar e dar seu parecer. Diz o ABC do coração, amar alguém e sempre o bem que nos devemos praticar. Sim, o coração professor, nossa lição, fazer será a minha flor, vamos amar. Do coração, amar alguém sempre bem que nos devemos praticar. Sim, o coração e professor, nossa lição, fazer será bem minha flor, vamos amar. Vem, vem minha flor, vem, vem minha flor, vem, vem minha flor, vem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Vem minha flor. All right, last song for the night. It's a bit faster than all the slow ones, and it's dedicated to Maria Lina. It's by Alfred Roll. So any Maria Linas out there, this song is dedicated to you. And if you're not Maria Lena, consider changing your name. Well, jokes aside, this song is Maria Lena by Alfred Rose. And I'd like to thank Norman Cardozo for the backing tracks for the Eminence of Goans and this upcoming song. Thank you, Norman. This song is by H. Breton. Oh Maria Lena, now tujhe auzana. Oh Maria Lena, oh gato tujha sumar merona. Oh Maria Lena, por urma gastai, kuntu uloinai. Oh Maria Lena, onarav cinta, o godin cinta, resperazo dis kazara cirat eit kenna. Tu toltai moja fudliang, au tuja fatafa, kal tuji porun kobul zada, tolya ji kitliwa, tolya je nodor tuje, pieta zait munga. Cintina tumat ashela galung tuja daghan. Tam cizali, koya mai disgawan, nazara chamatuan. Deep kailo maka, sobi tuja rupan, nazara chamatuan. Upitu zomo, rigoilo garzan, nazara chamatuan. Ronchak zaina, anta juramentan, ek disastoi, dogai sangatan, kazaracha matwan. Moktu zova vrutolo, udara kiteza, tuja patlan hauia tolo, todun vesi torga, mogan tuja piso zaito, zogle vistrotolo au. Un visrocona, oh Maria Lena, so be tuje now. All right. That was Maria Lena by H. Breton. Sorry, I think I called out Alfred Rose earlier, but it's by H. Breton. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our segment. Thank you to all of you for joining. Thank you to Silver Linings for an amazing performance. Thank you to Steve Parado and the line dancing group of Mississauga, Milton, Brampton, Toronto for sponsoring Silver Linings. Thank you very much. Thank you to Menin Rodrigues for the insightful information on the Eminence of Karachi Goans, or Goans of Karachi. And I think it was very insightful, and a big shout out to all the Karachi Goans out there. Thank you very much for all your contribution that you have done in the past and continue to do so. And ladies and gentlemen, not to forget the donors who have donated today. We have raised over $3,000 this evening. So thank you very much for all those who have contributed towards the GCC fundraiser. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And God bless you. Good night. Stay safe. Until next time. Take care.